What's up, guys? KD Grass Skirt Lounge. Now, I don't know if this is the contrast is proper for this, but here we go. Now, I just wanted to talk about this real quick. This wax roll that I got. Now, I've gotten these before from different places, and this is a sativa wax roll. This is for all you guys who aren't aware of that. And I got these pre-rolls here. These are just regular pre-rolls. And basically what the pre-rolls and the wax rolls are, the wax rolls, they're a little bit more expensive because they probably put their top shelf shake into the wax rolls, cover it in wax, and then roll it in keef. As you can see, maybe you can't, but it's covered in keef. So you get a pretty decent high off of this. I don't know if the wax is sativa. I'm assuming that it is. I don't know if the keef is sativa. Possibly. But the shake that's in it more than likely is sativa. Now, these 5 pre-rolls you see here, these joints you see here, I get these from the dispensary. Now, they have a deal at the one dispensary that I go to. I got these items at 2 separate dispensaries, by the way. Now, these here, they have a deal on the pre-rolls. I think you get 5 for $10, and you spend a certain amount of bread. I think you spend more than you donate more than $5, and you get a free dab, or you get a free pre-roll. Now, for all you guys who don't know, a dab is basically when you take some wax, which is just your marijuana concentrate. There's a certain attachment that you put on your bong, and you basically scoop the wax out of whatever container it's in. You fill up the hole on your I forgot what they call the attachment for the dabs, and basically it's probably better to have a butane lighter, something that you can use to heat the wax up. Then you cover it so the smoke doesn't escape, so it's forced into the the bong. You hit it, you hit it from the top like you do a bong, and the concentrates are fucking spectacular. If you've never had one, man, it is definitely time to get out of wherever the fuck you are and try this out, because the wax hits, the dab hits, that shit. All the grass you smoke, you've never had a high like this before. I'm telling you, it is some good shit. Anyway, so I got the pre-roll. I like the pre-rolls, you loosen them up a little bit because they roll pretty tight. You loosen them up a little bit and they hit perfectly, and I get a nice buzz off of it because they mix with these. Because I asked them, they mix all the shake up, from out of their jars or whatever. They mix all the things that are in display cases and stuff. They mix it all up, and then they roll their pre-rolls. And sometimes I even roll up my grass with, sprinkling some of the pre-roll on it. It enhances the high. You know what I'm saying? Because you got all these different combinations of grass rolled into one, and then mixing it with whatever particular strain you have at the time, and it increases your high. For the most part, I'm lit right now, as you can see. Now about this. Now this wax jump off, this wax roll, it's the same length as a regular pre-roll, but as you probably can tell, it's much thicker. Okay, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. It's much thicker, way thicker, and it comes in its own special tube, as you guys can see. And I like it. I smoked, it looks like about, let's see, let's try to do a contrast and compare. Okay, this is actually a little bit longer, I would say. Actually, it's a lot longer. Or rather, the tip is longer, so I would say that okay, so the wax roll is a bit longer, but I smoked maybe about, I would say maybe not a third of it, because I say it was probably about a long. So the wax rolls are much longer, actually. Anyway, so I smoked maybe about a quarter of this thing already, right? And I'm lit, and that was hours ago, man. It was hours ago, and I'm lit off of this. So it's definitely worth the money. I paid $10 for this one. You can get about $15 ones, $20 ones, In fact, you know what? I'm geeking. That's just show you how lit I am. I actually got all of these from the same spot, actually. Yeah, there it is. I got all these from the same spot. My bad. As you can tell, The wax rolls are fucking on point. I am straight lit. It's 3 hours later and I'm still not. I'm good, man. I'm good. I just went in the house, went to Redbox last night, watched. I got John Wick 2. It's funny because I've never even seen John Wick 1. So The Boss Baby, that was some bullshit. And I watched the new King Kong movie that came out recently. I finished watching that this morning. You know, I watched that. The movie is like, what, 2 hours long or something to that effect? Something like that. It's close to it. Watched that, ate, had a coffee and a bagel, and I'm still lit, man. That was 3 hours ago. So I recommend the wax rolls. I recommend pre-rolls. Like I said, if you find that when you hit your pre-rolls, they're a little bit too tight, you know, just loosen them up because, you know, you see that they're all twisted at the tip. So you can kind of unravel the tip some and start from the bottom and kind of roll them up so that it loosens it up so they're not so tightly compacted. And I'm telling you, it'll hit perfectly, you know, and depending on where your tolerance is, you should get a pretty decent buzz, you know. But that's all I got for that. I just wanted to do this video about, you know, the pre-rolls and these wax rolls. And that's about it. I'll let you guys later. Peace.